Hello Virgo, and welcome to your March 2025 tarot card reading. Let's go ahead and get started here with an oracle card. So what is it that Virgo needs to know for March 2025? Start with a card that says have faith in your dreams. I really like this for Pisces season a lot. Now Virgo is kind of in the hot seat this month because we have a big full moon total eclipse in Virgo, and it's conjunct the south node, so it's pretty intense. Okay, and Pisces season in general is a time for belief and faith and dreams, actually. Belief and dreams and faith and all of it really aligns with this. So I think that's all you can do. You can work towards what you want and believe that it is possible, and I think that's the most helpful thing. And I think it's important to believe in the things that are most helpful for you right now. Because if you believe that you can't, it's not going to benefit you in any way, right? You might as well go for gold. And I think you should go for gold because I think the likelihood of success is pretty high, especially when you start manifesting things now. So, animal spirit, what is it that Virgo needs to know? Okay. We have the Scarab beetle. Magic works through you. Now, I actually really like this for Virgo a lot too, because Virgo is a magical type of zodiac sign, and its magic happens through embodiment and application, right? So when you want to make a change, it's about, are you actually applying the changes or not? Virgo tends to be pretty good at that. So if there is something that you don't like, this is a matter of just doing something different. And I think with the full moon in Virgo, our habits and our daily lives are very much accentuated, and understanding that that is where the magic is, right? I think sometimes we think of magic as some, wave of a magic wand and it happens, in some kind of a mystical type of way. I don't think this is mystical at all. I think, in fact, magic is the most practical thing in the world. And practically speaking, habits, the way we spend our time, the way we invest our energy, the way we think, all those things can be modified. All those things can be, changed to something that helps us. And those are the very things that bring dreams to fruition. Okay? So let's see what else comes through with the tarot for Virgo. Excuse me, I'm sorry for the cough. We have the Page of Swords, we have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Justice card. So the Page of Swords kind of feels like a piggyback from the February readings. Now, I don't remember the Virgo reading specifically for February, but I did see a lot of education last month where it was really important for us to start learning things and to start expanding our mind, deepening our skill set, honing in on talents and skills so that we can apply those, again, application, right? We can apply those things in new ways. I think that learning curve continues for Virgo, and there's more for you to learn. So don't be afraid to really dive into an educational process. Don't be afraid to expand your mind and listen to people of different opinions and different viewpoints and different perspectives. And I think right now this is a time for Virgo to listen. It's a Virgo to not talk so much, especially when we have a Mercury retrograde. Okay, Mercury officially retrogrades the day after the eclipse, but for the whole of March, he will be in pre-shadow. He's kind of making his way the first 2 weeks of March through Aries. Well, I'm sorry, actually, as of March 3rd, technically March 3rd, Mercury comes into Aries, but even still, the whole of beginning of March, he's in pre-shadow. So you're going to start to feel the importance of the open mind throughout all of that time. And so it is important for you to listen and to learn and to absorb and not to clap back and not to fight back and not to argue and not to, especially with teachers and mentors and things like that. Okay. Now we also have the Nine of Cups. as the wish card. The wish is coming true, right? Have faith in your dreams. I think the most practical thing you can do right now, Virgo, is have faith. And with the Nine of Cups, the whole point of all this learning is so that your dreams can come true, so that your wishes can manifest, so you can actually have the things that you work so hard for. Nine of Cups there's not really a lot of like hardcore ambition. It's more just like, this is something that I know is meant for me. That's it. It's something I know is meant for me. It's something I know I'm meant to experience. I know I'm meant to have. And I just I have to do what it takes to get there. I don't think this is complicated. I don't think that, and Virgo, like, I'm a Virgo, I get it. We tend to overcomplicate. We tend to overanalyze. We tend to make things a little bit more scientific than it needs to be. I don't know that it needs to be like that. Right now, Virgo, we just do. Right now, the magic is in the doing. It is in the application. Okay? Justice speaks to balance, speaks to things coming back into balance. See, what happens when we start expanding our mind and our skill set, and we start developing these higher skills and things, what happens when we do this is then the universe has to adjust to that, right? It's like, even with, let's use money as an example, you start making more money, your lifestyle tends to reflect that. Right? So when you become more knowledgeable and you start applying that knowledge, the universe is going to have to reflect it. So we need to understand the power of reflection that happens, right? This is law of attraction 101 type stuff, right? When we become and we embody and we fully embrace new aspects of us and deepened aspects of us, of course, the universe is going to reciprocate, and it's going to show who we are, right? It's going to show us who we are. And I think we're looking for improvements here. We're looking for an upswing and things to move in a positive direction. And that's the whole point of all of this education. Okay, education is not the sexiest theme, but I do think it's important. Now, one thing that I'm kind of hitting home with all the readings this month is that reminder that Pisces and Virgo are two very important archetypes in terms of preparation. So when we have a big full moon eclipse in Virgo and the sun over in Pisces, we are preparing for a massive season of change. As we cross over the equinox point, you know, the time between an equinox and a solstice, those 3 months, that is when we see the greatest growth or the greatest diminishing, depending on like spring or autumn or whatever, right? But we see the greatest amount of fluctuation during this period of time. So we want to prepare for that throughout Pisces season so that come Aries season, we will be ready to go. So let's see what comes through here with the next 3 cards. Okay, Seven of Swords. It's been coming out a lot, and I think it's because the temptation to go back to comfort is strong, and there's, you know, self-sabotaging tendencies that come on. Because this growth, this education, like, I'm just going to say, like, it is so easy to just keep life normal. And we know that. It is so easy to keep life normal. It is so easy to keep things on a constant stream. It is so easy to keep things the way they have been. But we know that if things continue the way they have been, then we are not going to get to where we want to be. We know that. But it doesn't mean the temptation isn't there. And boy, is it there. Because sometimes Pisces wants to escape, wants to run away. It wants to isolate, hide. And we can't really do that right now because we have too much other stuff going on, specifically Venus retrograde in Aries. There's a lot of relational stuff. We're not going to be able to just pull in. We're going to have to confront things. We're going to have to fight for things. We're going to have to find cause and purpose and go after those things. And we're going to have to work with people in order to do it. And we're going to have to be able to communicate with Mercury retrograde in Aries, conjunct Venus retrograde. So there's a lot of communication that comes online as well. So like we can't just run away. But I think come eclipse time, there may be it's like pre-eclipse, as the intensity builds, that tendency to want to do that is going to be very, very strong. And there may be other people, you may see them self-sabotaging. And there is sometimes an element of betrayal with that Seven of Swords as well. We see people going against their word, not fulfilling promises or obligations. We see people kind of skirting around the rules, and it can be extremely frustrating. And I think Virgo right now, this is something that will absolutely frustrate the heck out of you, because you're like, why can't people just be decent? Why can't they just be good? Why can't they just do what they're supposed to do like the way I do? Why can't they just, be honorable and dignified? And, we know that not everyone is like that. Not everyone is on this track, and that's fine. We need to understand, acknowledge that everyone has a different purpose here, and not everyone's purpose aligns with ours. In fact, some people's very much malalign with ours. They do not connect at all. And I think you might be hitting up against something like that. And it really, I think it is frustrating, but it does not prevent you from still getting opportunities. I actually think this full moon in Virgo is going to be rife with opportunities with that Ace of Coins. And there's going to be something good that comes out of it. There's going to be some kind of a blessing, because this is why you need to have faith. Because even in those moments where things feel like they're falling apart, or you feel like you can't do it, all of a sudden the universe gives you a leg up. And all of a sudden here's an Ace of Coins. Here's a gift. Here's a potential. Here's this. All of a sudden there it is. And all you have to do is take it. Now, with the Strength card, I am feeling like there is some element of courage and bravery, that needs to take place. I don't really know why an Ace of Coins is going to require your bravery, but it's clear that it is. But I think this is also a part of where the magic works through you. See, that's one thing I like about being a mutable sign. That's one, I think, good thing about mutables is they are so highly adaptable. So when the environment changes, I think mutable signs, specifically Mercury-ruled signs, Virgo and Gemini, can adapt very well to new types of circumstances and can handle the discomfort a little bit more easily than others. And so this bravery, this courage, this consistency and perseverance that you exhibit toward the Ace of Coins, it seems to come very naturally to you. I think this is something that people look on to you and say, wow, that's a really strong person. That's someone with resolve and resilience, and nothing is going to stop them. And you may be scared to death. You may be afraid, and you may not feel brave. But in your mind, this is just what must be done. Like there's no option, because the only other option is to run away, and that's not an option. I mean, it is, but it's not. It's not, because it can't, because it's not going to get you to where you want to be. So why would you do that? So I see you embracing that Ace of Coins as much as you can, because you know that it aligns with your wishes and your dreams. It's small. It's not a huge thing. It's really small, but it's there. And this is what you have to work with. And I think you're grateful and you're appreciative for that. Again, another thing about Virgo being kind of that ruler of the mundane aspects of life, this is, I think, a place where you thrive, where many people may take that Ace of Coins and say, it's not really exactly what I wanted. It's a little too small. It's not as big. But Virgo takes that and says, wow, like with this one single seed, I can plant an entire garden. Like you see the whole opportunity with that Ace of Coins, and nothing can stop you, because that's a mindset thing. That's where you have freedom of mind. Okay. That's where real freedom exists anyway. Beautiful. 10 of Coins. So you know what that Ace of Coins is all about. It's leading you to the 10 of Coins, leading you to this beautiful state of abundance here. I mean, 10 of coins, look, this is coming into Aries season after the eclipse. All right, now a lot actually happens in Aries season. Venus will re-enter Pisces. It will go backwards back into Pisces with its retrograde. And then we also have Neptune crossing over into Aries. So there's like a little crisscross happening right there at the 0 degrees of Aries mark. Okay, right there at the very beginning, very end of Pisces. And it's powerful. It is potent. It is meaningful. And I think coming into Aries when the sun is exalted, right? Sun gets exalted in Aries, so it's a beautiful place for the sun to be. This is when I think you feel alive. And I think you feel dedicated and committed, and you start to feel the sense of possibility with it. Like the dream suddenly becomes a possibility. And I think when a dream becomes a possibility, that's when our enthusiasm really starts to kick in. Because right now, in the beginning of Pisces, you are operating in faith and maybe hope. Hopefully fueling faith as opposed to fueling your fear, but hope and faith. And when we get to Aries, it converts. It's not just a dream, it's a possibility. And that's different. It is different because a dream feels really abstract. And I think Virgo operates better in the realm of possibilities. I think Virgo would rather ask, is this life possible for me, yes or no? Rather than keeping it in the metaphysical world, right? Is it possible for me to experience? Is it possible for me to have? As an earth sign, I think you appreciate the tangibility of things a lot. And this is kind of answering your question and saying, yes, it is possible. So that means there are big choices at play come Aries season. I love the unity that both of these cards have. And there does seem to be a sense of community here, not just with the Virgo reading, but with a lot of other people's readings. This is not just a dream that you have for your own sake. It's not just you want to go out and make a lot of money just for you to have money. It's I want to have money so I can help my parents when they retire, or I want to have money to help my parents with their health stuff or my own health stuff, or I want to have money to build a business. It's not just money. I'm just using that as an example because of the 10 of coins. But like this is something that you want for something bigger than just you. You are kind of positioning yourself as a pass-through. And you may not really see it that way, but that's what's going on, because in your heart of hearts, it feels like there is a bigger purpose for it all. And when you open yourself up as a vessel for the benevolent spirit to use you, that's when things become entirely possible, and there really aren't any restrictions at all. So I am getting the impression that the universe is going to start working through you come Aries season because of what you do in the beginning of March, because of how you position yourself as this vessel. Now, the King of Cups is clearly you and your emotional stability. See, the thing is that I don't think this is the most emotional situation here. I don't think anything, I'm not seeing emotional upheaval. I'm not seeing any emotional distress. I'm seeing emotional stability. I'm seeing dedication, loyalty, commitment, fulfillment of promises and obligations. I'm seeing you putting your money where your mouth is. And I'm seeing you being an agent of service. Again, magic works through you. You are the purveyor. The King of Cups is an unstoppable force. Okay, this is kind of a scorpionic energy. It's ruled by Mars. So I feel like you're stepping into your warrior. You may or may not see yourself as a warrior, being Mercury ruled. It may not be an archetype that you necessarily relate to all that much. But I think this is a time where you absolutely put on that warrior's gear and you go to battle for whatever it is. Because again, it is now a possibility. It is not just a dream. It is something that is highly likely meant to be yours. And I don't think you take that lightly. Okay? All right, let's pull out the clarifiers. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel, I'm going to pull out at least 27 new cards, 3 cards per card. And we're going to open all these up and kind of go a lot deeper into this. So if you want to join me for the comprehensive reading, you are more than welcome. We're going to talk for another 25 to 30 minutes, so it's like a whole second reading. So if you want to join, the link will be in the description box in the comment thread down below for that. Okay? So this is where we'll pick up from. So let's take a look at the Page of Swords. What else does Virgo need to know for March 2025? Another page, Queen of Cups, 2 of Wands, another page, Page of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, love it, Emperor, Empress, loving the masculine and feminine balance there, 8 of Coins, 3 of Cups, 5 of Coins. Definitely a place you want to get away from, that 7 of Swords for sure. Beautiful Chariot, King of Coins, another 10 of Coins. Looks like it's going to be a money month. We've got King of Wands, a Death card. That's a powerful combo right there. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups and 10 of Coins. Another powerful combo. Ace of Wands. Ace of Coins. Love it. Knight of Swords. It's definitely you. Queen of Swords. Magician. 10 of Wands. 4 of Coins. The Devil. I like the Devil in this context a lot. 2 of Swords. Okay, this is where we're going to pick up. All right, so if you want to join the comprehensive, you're more than welcome. Thank you so much, Virgo. I hope you have an amazing March, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.